Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Zavarce 7 in the 1-minute pool on ICC. First game of the session, we have a Scandinavian. Yesterday's session didn't go so well, so we'll be trying to rally today. I just got done watching the Duke versus Wisconsin National Championship game. I'm feeling slightly fired up, so let's hope that bodes well for today's action. So I'll go into this line. Usually they play knight e5, and I'll play knight d5 after this. Bishop d2 is the move. He actually takes that way. That's interesting. I think I'm supposed to take here.
Check.
And then try to go into this endgame. He can attempt to make it difficult for me to castle with a move like that, but I don't think this is too bad for black at all. I'll just go here, I guess. And probably play rook to c5 if allowed. Let's go h5 first. It seems like my position's a little bit cramped, but I don't think it's a problem. Let's just go here. As long as he can't crash through on d5, we're good. Let's do this. Totally willing to let him take. I don't want to allow his queen to get to f8, though. That would be annoying. Let's just do this. I'll trade with him. Let's go here. It's opposite colored bishop, so it's going to be tough for either side to do much.
Check.
Let's go here. We'll do it here.
Time warning.
And drop this rook in. Hopefully I can get counterplay. I don't know, though. It might be a little tricky. Especially if he gets bishop b4 going. Okay, let's do this and go for counterplay against his king.
Check. Check.
I'll put my bishop on f5 and then try to infiltrate with the rook.
Check. Check. Check.
This position is just very equal, I think.
Check. Check.
Not a whole lot either side can do.
Check.
Ooh, I missed bishop e4 there.
Check. Check.
Let's see if he'll trade rooks with me. He does. This is a complete draw. Unless he wants to bring his king all the way over. He can bring his king up now. Still doesn't have anything to do.
Check.
Go here and try to plug my bishop on this square. It's still a draw. Yeah, and he flagged. Okay, that was kind of intense. 87 moves. Yeah. That's the problem with having the onus to try to win a game in Bullet. You know, obviously he was pushing there at the end, but it's not easy to win that. And in fact, it was just a draw. Okay, so I'll play our specialty line. Zavarce 7 is tough. Pretty fast for a Grandmaster. I'm glad to have won the first game of the session, though. It's nice. Maybe I can... maybe I can take. Because if knight takes, I would have won c6. So we'll try to do this and get the knight to b3, as per usual in this line. Okay, I think I'm going to have some nice pressure. I can go here and pressure c6. Let's go here, just so he can't take on d2. Maybe we can break up the position a little bit. Bring this back to b3. This just seems annoying for him. Maybe e4 after this. He might have had knight b6 there. I don't know. Let's go f4 now. Yeah, he can bring his knight in now. Let's go back with our rook. Now we'll try to bring our knight to c4.
Check.
I'm still attacking c6.
Check.
He let me take it.
Check.
Let's go here. Then remind him that this is weak still. Let's go here. Go attack a5.
Check.
Bishop's doing a good job of holding stuff.
Time warning.
Maybe not so well, though. My king gets in now. This is a weird position. Let's go here. Trying to go attack him.
check,
Okay, now I get this going.
check,
This is checkmate.
checkmate,
That's a weird checkmate. All right, so 2-0 to start out the session. Let's play Scandinavian again, because he didn't play a particularly good line in that last one. So we got to rebuild after yesterday's catastrophe. And, you know, I was a little disappointed to lose points yesterday, but you got to keep it in perspective. It's bullet chess. I mean, this is purely for entertainment and a little bit of practice, mainly. It can't be taken too seriously at the end of the day. And the volatility in bullet is going to be huge. You guys have seen this. I'm losing a pawn here, by the way. The swings are just enormous in this time control because everything is enhanced. You know, like in tournament chess, if you're having a bad run, it might not manifest itself for many tournaments or, you know, many games in a row. But in bullet, if you're having a bad run, you're just going to get annihilated that session. There's no two ways about it. I'm going to try to keep queens on the board. So it's important to just keep it in perspective. I think everyone can relate to that. You don't want to read too much into, like, you know, having a bad session or a bad series of games or whatnot. Okay, here I have check, and then I have bishop h3. And I think I'm just winning now. Unless I don't see a way he can defend because he's neglected his back rank. Yeah, he resigned. All right, so I'm at 25-46. That was kind of fortunate. He couldn't resist rook b7, but he needed to move, like, you know, h3 or something before doing that. I can't overemphasize the importance of a quick start, too. I feel like if you win the first couple games, like, the session will bode well for you overall. Okay, NECF really likes these systems with the early d5, but it looks like he might not play that this time. Let's go d4. Just do this setup. Maybe d5 and plunk the knight on d4. This will be interesting to see how this plays out. He can go e5 and try to kick my knight back, but he has to be prepared for some weakness of the d-pawn if he does that. Kind of thinking I want to aim for e4. Just not sure how to organize that. This could get bad for me in a hurry. Because if I go g4, he's going to sack.
check,
He's definitely going to sack. Let's go here.
check, check,
Yeah, you can do that. I need to trade some stuff ASAP. Let's go here. He's looking for sacrifices on this square. Guaranteed. I'm going to have to sack an exchange, I think. Unfortunately. Like bishop f3 is going to force me to take, practically. Okay, now he can take on f2. Yeah, this is no good.
check,
Let's throw in this check just because I don't know what else to do. All right, I'm going to resign this one. NECF got me. The good news is he's higher rated than us. So maybe I can take some points off of him. Now, he whipped up a nice kingside attack. I'm not really liking the setup I chose here against his g6 and then f5 approach. So next we have Geometria. Let's go here, see if he'll take on f5. He'll probably just jump his knight into e5 rather than taking. But you never know, he might allow us some opportunity. Yeah, now he can take with the pawn that way. Let's go here. I don't think that was such an accurate capture by him. Because now I can take on d3. This is nice. Let's see if he just all-out attacks us with g5. Nope. Let's go here now. Alright, so we're controlling the pace of the game pretty nicely now. Let's go queen b6, probe this pawn. Let's just go f6. Maybe here. Don't want that pawn to get too threatening, though. Would like to avoid that. I'm going to reroute this knight to somewhere more useful. Now I'm going to roll out with my king. He's sending his queen in to cause havoc. A weird position. I can take on c1 maybe, and then take on e3. That would be cool. He saw that. Does not want that to happen. Okay, let's bring this in here then.
check,
Now if he takes, I have
Check.
knight f3. And
Check.
this move.
Check.
Let's go here. Okay, so it's actually still like kind of unclear. Because material-wise, it's hard to say
Check.
who's better at the moment.
Check.
Okay, let's go here. I feel like my queen is controlling the action nicely. I have all these pawns I can go take.
Check. Check. Check.
I'm not going to let him
Check.
do too much. Okay. He was pretty fast, I could tell, so I wanted to not let him get close on the clock. 25-43 after that game. Back in the pool. Let's see if any CF is still playing. Might not be. We'll watch this game for a moment. This Alekine's defense. But back to my point earlier, now that I have a minute where I'm not playing, it's really important as a chess player not to look too deeply into downswings that you might have. You know, if you have just a bad series of games, but prior to that you had been doing fine, that shouldn't be an indication that anything is like majorly wrong with your chess. I see this a lot in my coaching, actually, especially from chess parents. I hate to call out any chess parents out there, but a lot of chess parents will like panic when their kids like have a bad tournament or something and say like, oh, like, you know, what went wrong? Like, how could he possibly play like this? How could my son or daughter, you know, lose like this amount of games in their tournament? And if that student has been shown to be a good player, and I've looked at their games and worked with them for many months, and I know them to be a good player, I never panic. I mean, it doesn't indicate anything is majorly wrong with that student's thought process. It's just short-term variance. It's just, well, short-term variance is redundant. It's variance. You know, it's just normal deviations in your results. It's going to happen. It happens to everyone. There's only very, very few people who just have a steady rate of improvement in their chess, and it never, they never show any signs of regressing to a certain degree, regressing in their rating. Because it's important to understand that like you're always learning new stuff in chess. Like very rarely will you like actually play a game worse, you know, especially if you've been like studying and working at the game. You're never going to like play significantly worse just based on a lack of understanding. It might be you just blundered that game, or you know, you had a bad sleep schedule the night before or something. So you can't try to extrapolate your short-term results into anything long-term. This is actually kind of tricky because this guy's playing this well. A Gleich. He wants to stick a knight on e5, and he will succeed. Let's go g5. Not sure I like weakening my position like this, but wasn't sure what else to do. I have to watch my like d3 and f3 squares kind of closely. I am going to get a knight to d5, which is nice. Let's go here. Then maybe we can swap.
Check.
I'm not sure about... My dark squares are awfully weak now, though. At least I get the knight into d5 after all. Threatening b6. g5 is likely to drop off, though. I think I'm just going to lose that pawn. Maybe I can get this to move, and then I can take on h5 and play knight f6. Yeah, it looks like this is going to happen. Maybe he has knight f3 after all is said and done, though.
Check.
He found it. Okay, let's think here for a second. If I go here, and then do this, how's he going to play it?
Time.
I'm going to try to sneak something on him. Let's see how he responds there. This is a little suspect for sure, but I'm kind of wondering what he's going to do about it. Because it just makes him burn up so much time, like figuring out how to defend, that it was probably worth it to do that. Okay, let's see who else is playing. I am 25-44 after that. Geometria is still playing. Let's watch that game for a second. If this knight moves, black has bishop c6. So that's why white had to give the piece just a second ago. Yeah, like if knight h5, bishop c6 is winning the queen. Ah, okay. Queen g5. But probably knight g6 will be played. I wonder if rook takes h7. Now he has to guard f3 first. Okay, here black can maybe check and always bail out on f4. White offered a draw. That's kind of funny. Yeah, now white's losing. Not enough. So it looks like we might get geometria. Rafael Prasca, the international master. Rook d1. I think he's going to get this. I think with this amount of time, it's enough to win. Maybe not, though. Well, this guy again. This guy's pretty good, but he has a low rating right now. Definitely don't like to see that. Don't want him to take my points. My hard-earned bullet points. Okay, let's go knight a4. Maybe we'll jump the knight into c5. We'll see. First, we'll play rook c1, though. It's kind of debatable which rook I should have used there. Let's go back. Better go a3 before he gets any huge aspirations. Okay, rook c2 maybe. You can stick the knight on c4. It's annoying. I gotta get rid of one of those knights now. Probably play knight c3 next. But, he dropped d5. It's helpful. Rook c8, I can take, and he has to take with the knight, and then I could take on e4. Yeah, I think he was realizing something was amiss there. Let's go knight c7. Man, his queen is almost trapped. It's like almost there. Ooh, he might have had something just a second ago. Okay, let's go d5 now. Trying to find good squares for my pieces right now. It's not easy though. I want to tuck my king away. Yeah, I was worried about that move earlier, pinning me. I can go here now. He can attack f4, but I have this move. This queen is running out of squares. Let's go here. Really turn the screws on him. Okay, now we'll take. And I'll work my queen into e5.
Check. Check.
Maybe g5?
Check.
Can barely move right now. Okay, that was a pretty smooth game. The tactic I was alluding to, maybe... Where was it? Right after I played f3. Maybe he could go queen b1 check, king h2, and then knight f2, I was thinking. Because if rook takes f2... Oh no, my queen is guarded, actually, by my knight on e5. So it might not have worked. He could maybe take on e5 first, but I think I should be able to defend. Okay, back in the pool. Chigaev Master. Haven't played that guy for a while. Okay, NECF is playing. And he's got a juicy rating. Got Chigaev Master. I'm going to delay the development of my queenside knight in an effort to get a system with c5 and knight c6 that I've played before. This position is nice. Now I might win d3 outright. Let's do this first, though. Take with the queen, just to keep the bishop guarding the knight. I can take here and go here. Convenience. Let's bring this in. If he wants to trade queens, he's got to let my knight get to d3. Meanwhile, I'm threatening knight c2. Okay, he's going to go knight e5, I think. Yeah, you got some play for that. Okay. You can take on b7 now. Okay, I might be a little bit worse at this point. Just try to get our king over. Maybe a4, a5? Yeah, he would like to trade. I don't really want to trade with him. Let's go here. See if we can seek some counterplay. For rook b7, I have this. Maybe I can come in here.
Check.
Take that.
Check. Check.
Hoping he steps to d4. He does not.
Check. Check.
He's doing a good
Check.
job of keeping out of that square. No draw.
Check. Time warning. Check.
Okay, now he actually can come there. But I might win f2. Maybe we'll win enough
Check.
pawns that... Let's take this guy first.
Check.
Maybe we'll win enough pawns that we can cause some devastation. Okay, let's go here.
Check. Check. Check.
I'm doing a really bad
Check.
job of doing this.
Check.
Okay, now it's a draw. You can maybe flag me, though. Yeah, okay. Stalemate. Theoretical draw. He maybe could have won that if he had, like, taken away my flight squares. Fair result, I think. Okay, let's go f3. Play it this way. Been a while since I played this system. I don't recall playing this, at least in one of my videos recently, but this is one of my favorite systems for white. Always happy when I get this line. Really, b5, I don't think that's a good idea. I'll take that now. How's he going to get his pawn back? Where's pawns? Plural. There's a couple pawns he needs to get back. Let's go here. Okay, now I have a light square bishop to go along with this. Really? I guess you can do that. Yeah, now he's going to have to sacrifice material, though. He already has. Okay, let's go here. Full-scale retreat mode. Let's pin his... Maybe try to pin something. Like his knight if his queen were ever to step to b7. Not sure where I'm going with that. Let's go back here. Trying to find some useful spots here. Winning, I think I'm winning something, maybe not.
Check.
You can come into e8.
Time warp.
Let's go here, I guess. I'm gonna take on b6 with the rook. Let's go here.
Check. Check.
Yeah, now I'm winning.
Check. Check.
Okay, where's my
Check.
checkmate?
Check. Checkmate.
There it is. Okay. 25-48 after that game. I'll play a couple more. I'm going to see if I can get any CF. He's being elusive. Don't see him in the pool. Geometria has this one in the bag. Just going to see if any CF is playing. Ooh, he actually is. He's playing Vanticullti? Is that true? Ooh, okay. We've got some good players in the pool right now. Typical game of any CFs. It's like super duper complicated. And he is now losing. Yeah, I don't think any CF is going to save this one in time pressure. Rocky 2, Rocky 21 is our next opponent. Let's go e6. We'll play Semi-Slav. I'll take that. If they develop the bishop to f4, I always take that. It's harder for them to get the pawn back now, is the problem. Let's go here and then play a6. Not sure why they put the bishop on e5. That might have been a mouse slip. Let's go rook e8. They can do this and then play knight e4, but I can break. I do have to be careful about a knight g5 move, though. Guess I'm going to sack the exchange. And hope for the best. Let's go h6. Just make sure that nothing bad happens on g5. This knight coming in. Okay, let's go here. Back his rook off. I like my position, despite being down a little bit of material. Kind of looks like a good position. I'm trying desperately to trap his rook, but it's not working too well. Let's take and then bring our queen to c5. This rook is undefended. I'm trying to do something about it. Okay, let's stick with the knight again. Now I'm actually attacking his rook. He remembered that I was attacking his rook. Okay, now maybe I can get queen d5 in.
Time warp.
I'm thinking. And he blundered mate.
Checkmate.
Okay, that was fortunate. Let's do one more game. I'm hoping it's against one of those guys, but they might be playing each other for a little bit if it keeps pairing them. Let's watch the end of this game and see. Just doing a slightly shorter session today. I think it's good to do that. Like after you've had a bad session, you know, take a break. Like don't try to do too much in your immediate session back. NECF has this one for sure. I wonder how these guys do against each other. I'd bet they're pretty even. They're both fast and tactical. I don't think I've ever played Vanticullti in 1 minute. I've only played them in 3 minute, I believe. Yeah, only in 3 minute. Alright, so Vanticullti will be our last opponent for the night. Let's see how they handle this system. The lazy title player system. Let's take with the c-pawn. You can go bishop c5. We'll play it more actively than usual. Now they usually put a bishop on e3. Or castle. h6 seems fair. b6.
Check.
Okay, that move's annoying. That's definitely an annoying move. I'm going to sack the a-pawn. Wish I didn't have to do that, but... Ooh. Okay. I was going to play knight c5, but I realized my bishop would be hanging if I did that. This guy's very good tactically. Maybe I can get a pawn back, though. Yeah, he can do that. He can do that. Maybe I'll try to bring my rook over now. Let's do this. Hopefully I can win his b5 pawn. He sees all the tactics. I do have a small time advantage on him now.
Check.
Very small.
Check.
f4 coming, yep.
Check. Check. Check.
Bring up his pawn, yeah. Okay, now this is a draw. Definite draw. All right. That was a good game to end the session. Played pretty quick. Pushed him to the limit. Yeah, I was like clearly suffering after he played knight c3. Just a little bit. Because it's hard to defend the a-pawn. If I go rook a8, he has bishop takes b6. And I'm pinned out down the a-file. If I play rook c7, he has knight b5. So I'm not sure exactly what I should do. And if I push a5, I lose b6. So I tried for this, take, and then here. But originally I was going to play knight c5, but then I realized the bishop's hanging. So I'm betting I'm just worse in this position. Whoops. Let me just go back to that position. I bet I'm just worse after knight c3. Yeah, computer says the best thing to do is just give up a pawn. So this setup is kind of dangerous for black. It can easily drift into a bad situation. Never quite sure whether to take with the e or the c pawn. There's advantages for both. Okay, let's tabulate the results of the session. I think I had one loss and a couple draws. Yeah, so we started here. So we ended yesterday at 25.10. I worked my way up to 25.54, so not bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wins, a loss, and 2 draws. Okay, so 11 games. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this bullet video. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.